Hi, this is Yu, and this is the video for YouTeach of the course CF5331. And the topic I want to talk about is the insecurity direct object references and the insufficient transport layer protection. In the first part, I will talk about the insecurity direct object reference. It is about how do you protect access to our data. And this is a part of enforcing proper authentication along failure to uh, restrict URL access. And maybe it is a mistake, but a common mistake. And for some small website like organization or school website, they usually use the parameter or like user ID or the message of user go with the URL. And in this occasion, the attacker can simply check the parameter value or know the parameters of a user or maybe the message of user as well. So this is an example of the online bank, and it is a very old example. As we can see that the developer just attach the account number with the URL, and we can get the attack number as 6065. And if the attacker notice this account parameter is that, and he can modify it to the nearby number, and maybe the attacker can view the other people's account information or do something bad. So this is not a good idea of the parameter transfer or the get method during the website. And we have another example just in our assignment too. It is the case 14. And I will use it as well. Firstly, you can see that to pay Alice for about $10, and my bank account is about 10,000. If we check here, we can find that the pay equals to Alice and sum equals to 10, and it just go attached with the URL. So if I just modify the URL and or modify the sum to 100, and we can see that it paid to Ali about $100, and my account bank account has only 9,900 and 9,900. So this is the kind of vulnerabilities about this. And next is how to avoid this insecurity in direct object reference. It is very easy vulnerability and it is easy to avoid, but it is a common mistake. And we just avoid to put the parameter to values or the IDs or something message in the URL when we use get method or even the post method. Yeah. So the most easy way is to mapping the value. Just we can see that if the file equals to report 123 dot chars, and we can just map it to 1, and the attacker don't know what that mean. Or sometimes if we want to pass the ID and we don't go to the original ID and we just make it a hash or map to another value, it is also a good method to avoid this kind of vulnerabilities. And in the second part, I want to talk about the insufficient transport layer protection. And the main idea of this part is that I wrote a paper of this kind of vulnerabilities, especially in WEP. And so I want to talk about the transport layer protection. The first one is the failure to identify all sensitive data. Yeah, because the all the data goes from the network, it will go through the transport layer and according to the protocols. Also, this vulnerability or this attack exists, and it will be a big issues or big problems. Uh, Not only on the website, on the database, or to the chat software, and it goes anywhere in the network using. So what and this is the two location just the attacker mainly be like the external attacks on the internal attack. The external attack maybe it will store the data or the message of the extra victim like a client or make some guest user. And as for the internal attacker, it will be more dangerous because he will steal the customer the code and from the backend to the forward end or from the forward end to backend. It is a big problems. And the common using to protect this kind of issues is to using the TLS or SSL. Yeah, because it is a common using. But what is SSL? SSL is a protocol just used for majority of security transactions on the internet. I can take an example just like if we want to buy a book at Amazon or Taobao, yeah, and we want to make sure that we are dealing with the Amazon. This is to make sure the authentication and our credit card information must be protected in the period of transformation. And this is the confidential and the integrity. So as we can see that I have money and Amazon don't really care who I am, and this so it is no use to mature authentication just to protect my message, my money, my data, mm, and my integrity is good enough. So this is the it is a simple implementation example for the SSL. The server may first send something, a session ID to the client, and the client will send back a hash value for make sure the integrity, and as well the session ID and cipher list for the server, and they will know the message of each other, and the server may send back the client a hash of the key value. And from this part, and they will get a key as a protect data key, and it is the asymmetric key for them to communicate. This is the basic thinking of this protocol. So the last one I want to talk about is the WP vulnerability. Because yeah, Wireless has been a very traditional or popular um, network communication method. And as we all know, WP is using for the RC4 stream cipher protocol, but it has a well-known weakness, but the WP didn't cover it, so it has it as well. But the modern router or the wireless machine has changed it to PA2 or some other encryption protocol. But WP is using to some wireless as well in normal days, so it is very dangerous because RC4 protocol it has very big vulnerabilities. It is using a 24-bit lines key as a to processing a key stream to encrypt the initial to encrypt the plain text. And in the protocol, it says that the initial value or I mean the key shouldn't be reused after one time. So this will cause some questions or problems when we always change the key. And it means that in a 100 megabit transport channel, and the key will reuse for about 3 hours after the after it is first using, and the second is our after 3 hours. So if the attacker can check or get the sniffer out the package of you or of this wireless, and he will just broke the initial value uh, as fast as in 3 hours. So this is a big problems of the WEP vulnerabilities. Thank goodness it has been recovered by WPA to some other encrypt protocol. Uh, this is my teach you teach video. Thanks.